All right, welcome to Buck Buchanan Field. We're tonight Norris Titans playing the Crete Cardinals. Just tipping off. Wade Spencer behind the plate, and C.J. Hood is on the mound. Is that correct? C.J. Hood on the mound. Right. C.J. Hood on the mound. Baker behind the plate. One down. I'll bring up Nate Holster. Hood with delivery. Ball one in the dirt. It's a pretty nice night out here tonight, about 58 degrees. Could be a little bit warmer. But the wind's not blowing terrible. Just a little bit out to left field. Ball two. Norris just came off a big win this last weekend in the Lincoln East tournament. They beat Millard South, which was like third in the wildcard points. Millard South's a top 10 Class A team.
Van Brocklin, the junior for Norris, got a 3-0 count right now.
Oh, my apologies. Is Van Brocklin pitching? We had down in our book here C.J. Hood, but that's not correct. So, no Van Brocklin.
4 straight to Hostetler. Crete with their first base runner. Brings up third baseman, number 23, Nate Mensick.
Norris decked out in the royal blue V-necks with red and white trim on the neck and the sleeves. Crete wears the reds, Under Armour reds. Ball one up and in is the call by Wade Spencer, the home plate umpire. Steps out, gets a sign from his third base coach, Jeremy Freeze. Freeze is last year at Crete this year. Next year he's going over to Seward. Set the lineup here for you for the Titans. Baker behind the dish, Van Brocklin pitching, Hesterman at third, Monroe at short, Argo at first, Joel Bennis at first base, Osborne in right, Connor Price in center, and Gage Hansmeyer in left. Looked like a little hit and run action there, don't you think?
Yeah, runner was definitely going. Looks like he chased after a high pitch. I think your assumption is correct, Cully. Hit and run was on. 0-2. 2-2.
Foul ball, deep left. Get the ball, get a quarter. Is that what they do here? Or they give you a treat? I don't know. Isaac is working the count here. 1-2. Ball two.
Snap throw to first.
Good block there by Bennis. If he lets that go by, runner rounds is over. Ball was in the dirt. Baker threw it from his knees.
Mensick with a nice little battle here. Runner goes. Foul tip.
Curveball breaking away and did a great job of fouling that off. Beautiful night in the old Buck Buchanan Field down in City Park in Hickman, Nebraska.
Really nice setting out here.
Nice little hit in the left field. Left fielder Hester Hansmeyer looked like he misplayed it a little bit, but came in and got it and make the play. Gives us 2 outs in the top of the first. 0-0.
Up for Crete now, we've got A.J. Page, number 20, catcher today.
Tell you what, Paige, he has some facial hair now. There, I'm telling you what, I wish I could grow a beard like that. Strike 1 called. Inside corner by Spencer Wade. Pick off attempt. First. Holsterman gets back pretty easy. Brought one up a little in zone, and he could not catch up to that one. Van Brockman, pretty good speed on that pitch.
You gonna live up there now, Cully?
I think I'd keep climbing the ladder. That'd be a good idea. You know, see if you can get him up a little bit more. And he did. Foul ball down left sideline here. Two-two pitch. That's a nice little pitch on the outside corner to get Page to go down, swinging.
Totals for that top half of the first, we had no runs on no hits, 1 man left on base, and no Titan errors.
Here we are back at Buck Buchanan Field. Bottom first, Norris comes to bat. Joe Osborne leads off. Connor Price, and then Joel Venice.
Your right-hander, Nate Hostetler on the mound for Crete.
Osborne takes one high and away for ball 1. Ball. Pop fly left field. Left fielder's drifting back. And
Touch
that'll
them
do
all.
it. Yep, hit them all. Ball drifted out of here with a nice wing to left field. Osborne, who just had an incredible game 2 games ago. Trying to check that on Game Changer, but all you Titan fans surely know that. Hit a 325 foot home run that scraped the back of the fence. So Norris is up 1-0, and that brings up Connor Price. Connor Price is a junior. Yeah, Osborne had a 4-hit day against a bloodbath against Seward when they just beat them up. Connor Price is up. Ground ball, second baseman. Makes the play. Tire. Connor Price for the first out of the inning. That brings up
Joel Bennis.
Joel Bennis. He's a very, very good player. I was talking to Coach Bartholomew. He said, this sounds different off Joel's bat. Said that he has like a really, really pure swing. And, if you're a baseball person, you understand hitting, you know that it just sounds different off those upper level hitters.
Ball outside, first pitch by Hostetler.
I was taking a liking to Joel, too. I taught him in middle school and didn't get a chance to coach him when he was a freshman. But he wears number 11. And just so you know, I love number 11. That's the only number I wore my whole career. So, Joel, I'm going to go sign up for his fan page, right?
They didn't retire that number,
Oh,
did they?
No, it didn't. Actually, it was MIA for a while, but I don't know where it went. 1-1 on Joel. Big healthy cut on that one. Makes it count 1-2. 1 out in the first inning.
Of course, I'm referring to Jason Colson's longtime coaching experience here at Hickman. Probably feels like home for you right now being up here in this press box, doesn't it?
It's a really good deal. I've really done a lot to the park since I got out. Ball outside, 2-2. They made the backstop a little bit different. It looks beautiful, and they widened those dugouts. I mean, we used to cram 20 people in those dugouts, and usually it's just to stay warm on these days. Ball inside. Thought that hit him a little bit, but guess not. So moves the count to full for Bennis.
Line drive up the middle.
Beautiful hit. Just got confirmation it's Benish too, by the way. It's not Bennis, okay? All right.
Benish.
So, Benish, okay. That was a great at-bat. Fought him out to full count and then just, shortened his swing up and hit a nice line drive into center field. Baker is now in the box looking to Coach Bartholomew for his signs. Steps in the box, waiting for the pitch. Holster delivers a pitch, strike 1 to Baker. Ball in, up and in. Baker just turns in like he should. Maybe if it hits him, and he gets the base. Strike 1 on the outside corner. It looked like it could have been off the black a little bit, but hey, I'm just up in the press box. Same spot. I guess if I was pitcher as well, Holsteler, I would be throwing it there again because I don't know that you could hit that with an extendo bat, but brings the count to.
We got 2-2 here.
2-2. Baker needs to fight him off and get a little contact here. Ground ball to first. Over to short. Nobody's back covering first base. So get the force out at second. You'll 1-6 for the put out. Makes 2 outs for the Cardinals. Brings number 7. Cade going to the plate. I know Cade signed with Hutch Junior College. sometime over break, and he's recovering from a knee injury that he had in football. And it looks like he's still wearing a brace. And hopefully he's getting back to full form. I know that was a massive, major surgery they had to go through. Ball outside. His brother Zach also pitches at Air Force. Pitched against the Huskers when he's back. Zach made it into the Air Force Academy. I think he's going to be a pilot. Ball up. Makes count. 2 balls, no strikes. I like that swing on that count. That is a very good swing when you got that hitter's count of 2-0. He didn't leave anything in the bag, did he?
No, I'm just impressed. What a great story. Rehab. I mean, pretty much we're talking about, what, a 5-month rehab off of pretty much a blown out knee, and here he is in the batter's box.
At Baker leaning. Is that a pinch runner over there? Gavin Dowding. Looks like a pinch runner and Gavin Dowding.
Runner goes.
Throw it out.
Gavin's in there safe. Chalk that up as a stolen base.
Stolen base. That was a good take by Argo. It was pretty close. He could have went after it, but like the way Bartholomew's there, putting the runners in motion. Now we have a guy in scoring position, and the force is off. Always like that.
Argo rips the ball through the right field gap.
And there's a run. Beautiful.
Run scores.
That is why you move the runners in those situations. Downey's at second base. Argo does a great job at hitting, and they go pick up another run, making it 2-0. Yeah, just looking at the ratings here in Lincoln Joel-Sar, the Titans beat Millard South in that last game of the Lincoln East tournament, and they're rated 5 in Class A.
CJ Hood at the plate here. CJ's our DH today. Draws a ball, first pitch.
I'm telling you what, these Hoods, they have like, 5 boys in their family. CJ is middle. He's the second oldest. Byron's his brother, just finishing up his career at Nebraska. Ball shortstop, second base.
Nice play.
That was a nice play by the shortstop. Anyway, CJ, he's a sophomore, and looking good things out of him. He busted in the starting lineup after a few games in this season. And today's DHing, and I saw he had a lot of good hits in the previous games. Titans are currently rated 6 in Class B, and it's important to note that the district pairings will be drawn on Wednesday. So these 2 games, today and then tomorrow, I believe it's against Plattsmouth, right? They can pick up 44 points to move them maybe up a little bit in the wild card points. If you guys don't understand that, the wild card points are today's 2 games will count. Today's game, tomorrow game will count, and then Wednesday they pair them. The pairings come out Monday, I think, May 1st. They come out May 1st, whatever day that is, and that's where you'll be seated. Currently, they sit 9th in the pairings. The top 6 teams in the wild card points host a district tournament, and then they serpentine all the other teams into their district things, to their district assignments. So it don't look like they can get into the top 6 with the 2 teams they have yet to play, but they surely can advance if they win 2 games with 44 points apiece.
Advantageous too for Norris, because that would pretty much lock up a home field advantage for that first round game. Correct, Jason?
No, that would if they're not in the top 6, they wouldn't.
Gotcha.
So they would have to have some help from some other teams.
Gotcha.
All right, Van Brocklin's back on the mound, and
yeah, this is Carson Stouffer, Jr. for Crete.
Right down the middle for Van Brocken. Strike 1, call. Straight fastball.
Getting ahead early. Always like to see that.
Jammed him. It's a really good idea in this weather, too. Throw it in or throw it off the handle and just let it rattle their hands. Yeah, that's not a fun feeling. So cold weather, pitchers do like to come back in. See what if he makes some chase here, if he's looking for an out pitch right off the gap with 2 strikes. Another pitch, outside corner. Just trying to challenge him. He brought that up a little bit, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Foul tip. Stauffer showing some battle here. 0-2's the count still. Van Brocklin in real good command early here, though. I mean, he's been around the plate. Does a nice job keeping the ball down. Snaps one off there for strike three looking.
Hey, I'll tell you what. These Spencer, the umpire, is really consistent because that ball was in the same spot those first 2 strikes against us, and he rang him up on that one looking backwards, okay?
To the plate now for the Crete Milford Cardinals. We got number 22, Kevin Coffey. Coffey, the junior, 6'3". Starts him out with a strike, Van Brocklin does.
Looks like that was a little cut fastball. Had a little run coming back the inside of the plate, it looked like. Fastball in the dirt makes it 1-1. One, two. A flailing swing at a ball up and in. And Van Brocklin's in command of this count. Time called by the umpire. Wade Spencer back in the box. Van Brocklin with the delivery. Foul ball down third base line. Hesterman picks it up, throws it back. Van Brocklin will reset. Right up the middle. I think Noah would like that pitch back if he could get it. That's a pretty good pitch out.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, quality at bat by Stauffer. Hits the ball right up the middle, stays back, drives it, does a good job. We got base runner for Crete first time today. So
Gage Shrunk is up, junior. And Bakken resets. We still have one out here. Line drive left field. Hansmeyer plays it very nicely, gets it back in the infield.
jumped on that first pitch fastball there. I think he had a little too much of the plate. But again, I like Van Brocklin challenging these hitters. We're getting down in the lineup a little bit. Throw strikes, throw it early. No free passes.
Ball in the dirt. Good block by Baker. Baker did a really good job of surrounding that ball and blocking, and if it kicks 2-3 feet, that runner's advancing. You got to keep that ball in front of you of your catcher, and when you do that, your pitchers get a lot of confidence. Ground ball third base. Great play right there. Thought Hesterman, that's about all he could do.
Yeah, we get the 5 unassisted there. Third baseman, of course, fields the ball, steps in the bag. He tries to turn 2, but that ball just had a lot of English on it. It was rolling pretty slow.
They set back on the bag. There's not much else he could do. So sit back, grab it, and then throw it to first. It was pretty close play at the plate. 2 down.
Yeah, let me get a number here. We got number 4, Micah Hartwig.
Hartwig's up. Strike inside corner.
Hartwig just a freshman, hitting in the 9-hole here. You'll see Van Brocklin, he went right after him.
Strike 2 on the outside corner. See if Crete will put the runners in motion at all, or just let it play out. Little punch and Judy shoots a foul down the right field line. Hope that don't hit Donnie over there cooking hamburgers. He does have the best hamburgers in the EMC.
You've eaten a lot of those hamburgers, haven't you?
Yeah, you can tell by my waistline too.
Nice. Again, nice block.
Baker to Monroe. They had him almost. Who's the runner at second? Ball was in the dirt, and the runner at second got off a little too far. Baker snapped throw down. That's pretty close play at second base. Pop up. Argo is underneath it. Pretty simple play. Brings it in, reels it in. 3 outs for the Titans. Let you do the line score here.
Yeah, we had no runs on 2 hits, 2 men left on base after 1 complete, or 2 complete. I apologize. Sorry, 1.5 complete. We're Titans 2, Crete Cardinals nothing. We're back for the bottom of the second here.
Colson Hesterman's going to be off, number 4 for the Titans. Hesterman's hitting in the 9 hole. Who's?
7th.
7th, yeah, like I said, 7th, okay? All right. Little curveball for first pitch over, right down the middle of the plate to Hesterman. Colson's a senior. Not sure what his plans are next year, but been playing baseball forever. Swing and a miss. Makes it no balls, 2 strikes. Ball inside. Ground ball. It's going to be a tough play.
Nope.
Third baseman kind of bobbles it off his glove. Didn't come up with the play. Hesterman advances on the air to first base.
Kind of tried to field that ball in between that hop, and it jumped up on him. Still probably would have been a close play to get Hesterman out. He was rolling down the line pretty fast.
Yeah, Mesnick, he kind of sat back on that. And this third baser has been noted to be calling the Hickman hop. People really have had a tough time fielding this third base position. And it's got a lot better from what it was. Pick off attempt. This brings up Gage Hansmeyer, number 17. Gage also a senior. Fouls it off down the right field line. Donnie, make sure you get that one too. Donnie's Johnny Gillis' stepdad. He's always been noted for cooking the hamburgers. Trying to throw a curveball there, but it slipped out of his hand and didn't have anywhere close to the plate. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike to Hansmeyer.
Quick look to Hesterman at first. Back in time. Running.
Ball inside.
I think they just ruled that a balk right there.
So in this situation in high school, a pitch does not count. So we'll have to rewind that. In Legion Ball Major Leagues, it does. You can just play it live off the balk, but in this league, it doesn't. So we're back to 2-2, I believe.
I want to say we're 3-1 here, Jason.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Time's called by the home plate umpire, Wade Spencer.
Yeah, that's an interesting rule. National Federation rules state balks are dead balls, immediate dead balls.
Pop up. It's going to be a tough play. Center fielder first went back. Comes in and gets it. See if Hesterman hands up. Was he going to say COC? Can of corn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was could have camped underneath it, pitched a tent, roasted some hot dogs. All right.
So back to that balk rule, yeah, Federation rules, it's an automatic dead ball, base runners advance. Obviously, Legion and American League rules, obviously, it's a live ball, you get the choice of either the batter's at bat or the balk itself.
And strike one to Tyler Monroe. Monroe plays shortstop. At 1 out. Colson Hesterman at second base. Monroe bats from the left side. Took strike 2.
It's our first lefty we've seen here
First
off the
lefty
Titan
here, yep.
lineup today. See, the only one, too. 0-2 battle there.
I think Monroe's a junior. He came in Norris this year. Pick up attempt, second base, just twirls, doesn't throw the ball down. Hesterman's back in plenty of time. And the pitch. 1-2. Monroe's trying to battle his way back into this at bat. See if he can move Hesterman over or score him. Ball 2 up high. You think that was trying to third ball, or you think that? I mean, it looked like he was trying to spin something.
Yeah. Trying to he threw a little slider. Didn't look like it did much. Pretty good pitch on the inner half there. Didn't get the call.
Yes, that was ended up being a good take for Monroe. Rolls it to full. And here's the pitch. Little hit to left field. Center fielder's going out after it. Oh, and we got it off the fence, bringing it back in. Monroe advances to second. Hesterman advances to third. Man, I saw that Monroe run. He can run. He's like a deer.
Great at bat.
Yes. He had 2 strikes on him, 0-2, and he came all the way back, made it full, and then hit it off the fence, one off the fence, subway sign to get a stand-up double. That brings us back to the top, right?
Yeah, we're going to spin the order. Come back to our leadoff hitter, Joe Osborne.
Joe Osborne to the plate, batting from the right side. And
Yeah.
I think
Holy
Osborne just
cow.
maybe had a double dipper on the dingers, okay? Second home run for Osborne tonight, 4 RBIs, so he's making his way around the bases. Now, unlike the first one that scraped the back of the fence, this was a legit, okay? In a pretty good ballpark, that's a triple. And this one definitely out of the park. Makes score 5-0. All the teammates that are surrounding him, give him high fives, Oh, there's my man Jacob Zinneker. He's back in action. He's a bat boy, long-lived bat boy around here. Tried to get him to do wrestling with me, but he had none of it. He's a baseball fan. To the plate, Connor Price. Strike 1, outside corner. Two. Norris comes in a 9-7 record. Crete 6-5. Ball outside. And I did misspeak on that. Of course, Norris is currently sitting 7th in wild card points, which with a couple wins and ground ball up the middle, second baseman. Second baseman backhands it with no need to, throws him out at first. Norris is currently sitting 7th behind Omaha Skutt and Elkhorn South, so I guess for the next 2 days we could wish bad karma on Elkhorn and Omaha Skutt. Well, we always wish bad karma on Omaha Skutt. So that would help them and move them up. You know, if they win these 2 games the next 2 days, they get 44 points, and you can go in and do the math on the wild card points. Joe Benish up.
Banish swings through a strike.
Looked like a change up there. Outside corner, rolls over to the third baseman. Third baseman tries to make a play. Overthrows first base. Good back up by the right fielder and catcher. On this one, I hope we got a home team scoring. That should be a hit. There's no way that third baseman's making that play. He didn't field it clean, but he was way deep in the hole on the outfield grass, almost over by the line.
I'm in agreement with you. That's a base hit all the way.
Cade Baker, known for hitting the ball a little bit and for his flow in his hair. He's up. Flocks coming out of his helmet. Strike on the outside corner. Came back with him on the inside corner. It looks like he's trying to throw a curveball there, but I don't think his mechanics, I don't think that's working for him very well tonight. Kind of left it out to dry, and 0-2 to Baker. 1-2, ball outside.
I tell you what, though, Hostetler, you know, he's not doing a bad job, Jason. He just had a couple mistake pitches, just happened to have 2 mistakes to Joe Osborne, of course. We know what Joe did. But around the plate, mixing it up.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm in a little bit of agreement there that he needs to get on top of that curveball a little bit. But, I mean, he's battling. He certainly is doing a nice job out there. And, you know, some defensive issues behind him. Otherwise, he's throwing a pretty decent game.
That was a great job staying back on that curveball, driving into right field. Baker's around first base. Osborne's going around second, coming to third. Baker holds up at first. Auburn advances over to third base. That was a great job of hitting right there. All right. Pinch runner coming on, Gavin Downing. Usually that's a good substitution with your catcher, save his legs. I'm not saying Cade's slow at all, okay? I'm just saying it's a good thing. So got Downing on to pinch run for Baker. Great hit. Guys at first and third. 1 out in the bottom of the second, which brings up Argo. Take. Gavin Downey still second base. Bartholomew chooses to advance the runners. And when you get up in a game, it's just so easy, more easy to put your running game on. Guys at second and third. Dowdy, Benish, Argo at the plate. Argo just laces one in center field. That should score 2. Oh, heck, I don't know. Center fielder miss it and overruns it. Argo just pulls up at first base. Probably a good idea, given his knee situation and don't know what's going there. Makes score 7-0, bringing up C.J. Hood. Now, I didn't know who this was. I know C.J. by the way he looks. You know, he's tall and lanky, and he's DHing, right?
Yeah, he is our DH today. Argo off to the races. Throw by the catcher is going to be a little late. Credit Argo with the stolen base there.
Very aggressive base running. When you get up, it's just so much easier to put on the wheels, man, and just putting on the press of scoring runs and advancing your runners and getting them in scoring position.
Yep.
It's a great piece of hitting again. C.J. Hood laces one in the right field, right by the second baseman. Argo comes around and scores. C.J. Hood on first base.
Boy, it's fun to watch these hitters go right side. You know, hitting them where they're pitched, doing their job, playing unselfish baseball. That's a great job by C.J. Hood. But in addition, those guys hitting in front of him as well. And obviously, Coach Bart there getting the runners to second. Um, you
Well,
know,
with the 7-run inning, that brings out Coach Freeze out to talk to his pitcher and see what's going on. Looks like he could be making a pitching change. Yes, he's going to be making a pitching change. Well, I let Coach Galt look up some information. I'll explain this wild card situation to you one more time. It updates daily. If you find a pitcher,
yeah, new pitcher on the hill for Crete is going to be, let's see here, Dylan Feakin, senior, 6-foot senior.
Deacon, now on the mound. The wild card points will all be tallied up on Wednesday. That's when they make the district brackets. Then on May 1st, that's when they'll announce them, although it'll come out before then. If you're a district host seed, which is the top 6, which right now Waverly's as a top points, Bennington second, Omaha Roncalli is third, Hastings is fourth, Elkhorn is fifth, and the dreaded Skyhawks from Scott Catholic are sixth. Norris is right behind them. Do have a chance of moving up, depending on what happens with them. The wild card points do advance all the way through the regular season, so they will go to the last game against Beatrice. They all count. You can move up and you can move down. It just matters who they have for host seeds, so they take the top 6. So make sure you watch the wild card points on NSAA website, and if they're in the top 6 after these 2 games, they'll be guaranteed a district host site. Titans have been playing really, really good baseball last week, and they could be a threat in Class B. I'm just saying I think Class B is wide open. I don't know that there's any one team that would stick out. You could say Waverly, but we were playing them pretty tough in the game we played them.
All right, we got Hesterman at the plate here. Takes the ball first pitch. Just kind of resets your offense here. We got an 8-0 lead, 2 outs. Runner on first. And that would be C.J. Hood out there.
And with Waverly, they played Waverly in the EMC Championship, and the game kind of got away from them. I think they ran out of pitching. But I think if we are on postseason play and the Titans are on full slate of rest with their pitchers. Oh, and Hesterman, or is that CJ?
It's C.J. Hood. We're going to
CJ,
run down
yeah,
here
just,
and picked off.
I think he just lost track, and I think he was planning on going, and he got picked off. I think he was looking back at the first baseman. Sophomore mistake by CJ, but pick up 7 in that inning. I'll let Galt get the line score for you.
Yeah, thanks. A real easy one here. We got, let's see, I believe that was on. I'm counting up my hits right now. 6 hits. We had 1 Crete error, 1 man left on base. After 2, we got a 8-run lead, 8-0, Norris Titans.
But the Titans do get to play Waverly again. They get to play them again, and so it'll be interesting to see how that game turns out. Tomorrow they host Plattsmouth, and then they travel to Bennington on Thursday, which Bennington is second in the wild card points. So like I was saying before, is that the wild card points, you just keep advancing on. It's not like they end after Wednesday. They go all the way to the regular season. So the more wins they can get against top opponents like Bennington, the more they're going to move up in wild card points. Because they could just keep moving up, and even if they didn't end up winning their districts, they could still go on wild card points because they take 6 district champions and then 2 wild cards. Baker wants a little conference out in the mound, going around talking to all the infielders. Van Brocklin's still on the bump. Feakin seems like he's been around all the time today. He's up to the plate. Senior from Crete. Swing and a miss. Fastball down the middle plate. Curveball started on the outside corner and then just dove off at it was tough for him to lay off that one right there. Mild breeze, about 8 miles per hour, blowing from right to left in left field. chase pitch right there. See what Van Broecklyn does. You know, he's up in 0-2 and he kind of threw a curveball outside to see if he can get him chase, see if he comes back inside and jams him, or what his plan is here. Pitch. Try to climb the ladder maybe a little bit, huh? If he can lays off that, 1-2 strikes. Nobody out in the top of the third. Oh, that didn't look like it felt very good.
Fouled off his front foot there. He's going to walk around a little bit, shake it off.
I'm going to give this young man credit, though. At least he's not wearing every piece of shin guard and everything that he could possibly. What do they call those things? Oh. What do they call
Exo gear or something like that, isn't it?
I don't know. But anyway, it's all the major leagues do it, and then they get hit, and then it hits the shin pad or whatever. Or the elbow pad.
Yeah.
Evo shields, that's what they're called. They have all these Evo shields. This guy's not wearing anything.
Yeah, when you and I used to play, we probably made fun of guys for wearing batting gloves, and now it's...
Yes. Ground ball up the middle. Monroe over. Oh.
Great effort by Monroe.
That ball was a long ways from Tyler Monroe, and he almost made the play. That would have been a heck of a play. Peeking on a center, on first, with the ground ball up the middle of the center. Brings up number 7, Nate Holsterer, senior. Speaking of hers, Van Broecklyn takes a sign, comes set, strike outside corner. He's got a head all the time. I mean, that's a great job. These pitchers just get ahead. I was watching a bunch of games on Game Changer. I haven't been to a game all year. And I can just tell you, these pitchers from Norris fill the plate up with strikes. A little bit low. Same spot, but a little bit lower. Makes it 1-1. Van Broecklyn with the pitch. Took something off it there. Strike on the outside corner. Noah's been doing a pretty good job tonight. Hitting's timing, timing's hitting, and you know if you keep the hitters off their timing, you're gonna have success. 1-2 with the pitch. Ground ball Monroe. See if we get a double play ball. I am telling you what, that was an amazing play. Tyler Monroe had a terrible, terrible, terrible hop. I mean, that was just a terrible hop. That guy has really good hands. And got it to Argo, which Argo then throws it over to Joel Benish for the 6-4-3. And, you know, did not hurt that Kate Argo was throwing it from second base because he has a pretty good arm.
Yeah, Monroe stays with that ball, pops out of his glove a little bit. Quick toss over to Argo, and, boy, they had the base runner running to first by about 3 steps.
Ball outside, 2 outs here. Nate Misik is up from Crete. Just to give you a hint of the type of schedule Norris plays, I'll read some teams from Class A after this half that they played this year. Foul ball. Messick. Coaches for the Carl, Jeremy Fries, Todd Sandberg, and Trevor Nickel. Sandberg used to be a longtime coach at Lincoln High.
Ball's hit well.
Hit well to left field. He got all of it, and it's out of here.
Mensick sees a inside high fastball and just turns his hips on it. That was not wind aided, and certainly did a nice job. Puts Crete on the board.
Scores 8-1. Now what you do with your Noah Van Broecklyn, you just got to get back on the mound and been doing what you're doing all night, you know, throwing it up, throwing strikes.
We got A.J. Page at the plate now.
A.J. Page. Takes a fastball in the inside corner. And like I said, A.J.'s last time, this guy has well-groomed beard. Okay. Um, I'm getting close to 50, and I cannot throw a beard like that. Ground ball through the hole. Monroe gives a flare at it, can't pick it up. Hansmeyer picks up the ball, throws it into Monroe, and Page is on with a single. 2 outs in the third. Top of the third. Brings a plate number 28, Carson Stoffer, Jr. from Crete. Coach Freeze is on third base, giving the signs to Page on first, or is that a pinch runner? That is a pinch runner. 18.
Yeah, my fault. I should have been on top of that for you, Jason. We got Trenton Stouffer up.
Right. And with the delivery, ground ball. Then Brockman came in with a curveball. First pitch here. Freeze ground ball to the foul. Coach Freeze pitches up, tosses it back to Van Brocklin. 2 outs. And we have an 0-1 count. Strike 2, inside corner.
Interesting to see here if we see the runner move or not.
Staying put. Ground ball to Monroe. Chooses to throw across the field to Joe. 6-3 for the put out. And go with your line.
Yeah, we got 1 run off 2 hits, no Titan errors, and 1 left on base.
I told you I was going to throw you out the schedule that the Titans play. There is not a slough game in this whole business. In Class A alone, they played Elkhorn South, which is 11-3. They played Omaha West Side, which is 11-5. Gretna 9-5. Millard South 13-7. Those guys are all in the top 10 in wild card points. So they do play a totally legit tough schedule. They also played Lincoln Southeast, which is at 8-9, which we don't mind seeing that. In Class B, we're in the EMC, which is the toughest conference in baseball. And just to show you a little bit, Waverly's EMC, they're top in the power points. Bennington's 2 in the power points, they're EMC. Elkhorn is 5 in the power points. EMC Norris. So in the top 7 PowerPoint schools, 4 of them are EMC teams, and the other ones are not. So the EMC is a tough conference. So these guys have a record of 9-7, and they really start figuring out their team at the end of the year. So it'll be exciting to see what they do in the postseason.
All right, so leading off the third for Norris, we got number 4, Colson Hesterman. Obviously, it's pretty advantageous for the Titans to be playing Class A schools.
For a number of reasons, competition, and they don't go play the slough Class A teams.
Sure.
They play the good ones. Some teams play the Class A teams that are lower level because you still get 2 bonus points just for playing a Class A team.
But I think a mixture of strength of schedule as well as being able to get more power points for some of those Class A teams, that ends up being a good thing for Norris. Obviously, competition is a good thing in general.
The middle, I believe it's 1-1.
Yeah, we had a 2-1 count right now.
2-1, sorry. 3-1, curveball in the dirt. Tell you what, Colson Hesterman, I just saw him. He's on the infamous tech crew at Norris. They come and take care of us. They have a tech crew of kids there. And takes the ball 4. Colson, he came in, and I was like, holy cow, because he was a freshman when I used to coach here, and, he was tiny. I still have a picture of him. Everybody thought he was our bat boy, and now he grew up to be kind of a good-looking young man there. Gage Hansmeyer steps in, number 17. Hesterman with the lead and the pitch. Pop up to left field. I don't think this one's going to be carry enough. Reeled in.
Yeah, Shrunk reels that one in. Can of corn to left. Hansmeyer had pretty good wood on that.
Shrunk throws in the holster. And 1 out. Brings the plate. Monroe had a beautiful at bat last time. He was down 2 strikes no balls, and battled all the way back to full, and then came up with a clutch hit.
Bleeder to left. It's going to
Grunk,
hold up in the air.
Grunk's underneath again for the second out of the inning. I believe this is sub, isn't it? Oh. Oh.
Osborne.
Oh, we're back to the top. Okay. It's like, who is this guy? Joe Osborne. He only has 2 homers and 4 RBIs, for Pete's sake. Oh, he's doing up at 3 down the line. He might pick up an RBI here if this gets by the left fielder, which it should. But they're going to hold him up, which is a great idea because you don't need to make any outs at home plate. Osborne, 3 for 3 on the night, but this is the only at bat he didn't get an RBI, which is just kind of disappointing after seeing his last 2 at bats. But that kid can stroke it. Not a bad night. Maybe if we get this game a little longer, he can go for the cycle, right?
We need a triple and a single now, doesn't
triple and single, yeah.
Pretty hard to hit a triple in this park, isn't it?
Yeah, you better hit down the right field line and let it hope it goes foul, cuts over foul.
Bangs around in the corner a little bit.
Right. Connor Price is up.
Takes the ball.
I believe Connor's a junior. His mom, Cindy, teaches at Norris as well.
Yeah, Connor with an opportunity to really open this game up.
Preston had a brother play with us. Preston now is helping his dad on the tree farm, I think. Connor, it's fisted to the shortstop. Throw him out at first. To retire the side.
We had no runs that inning on 1 Titan hit. Correction, 2 Titan hits. 2 men left on base. After 3 complete, we got Norris 8, Crete 1.
I just got a text from a good friend, Chris Morrison. She's an intermediate principal there at Norris, and she says that she thinks Galt and I could take over Joe Buck's position there, maybe. So tonight, when we actually were coming down, we didn't know if we were going to go with Denny Matthews or if we were going to go with Major League. Who was that announced? Who was the guy in Major League? Bob Euchre. So it was either Bob Euchre or was it Denny Evans, right? Or Joe Buck. So we had to go with the more clean side. We don't get kicked off this place. But just got that text from Chris, so that made me laugh. Thanks, Chris.
Absolutely. We appreciate the support. We also appreciate the people watching our feed. We're trying to do our best out here. First time for everything, I suppose. But it certainly is a great night to watch baseball. And, we're looking forward to supporting these Titans throughout the season as much as we can. So we look forward to you guys tuning in and watching these great YouTube feeds. Obviously, we couldn't do any of this without Andrew Carlson and Brian Williams, our technical director and producer, so we appreciate that, guys. We're going to start this 4th inning, top of the 4th inning, lead off. Kevin Coffey swings at a high strike, so we got a 0-1 count.
Dan Brocklin had pretty good velocity on that pitch. 1-1. Schedule rounded out for the Titans for the rest of the season. It'd be today, and then tomorrow they play Plattsmouth at home, and then on Thursday at Bennington, and then they have the Lincoln High tournament on Friday and Saturday. Then they come back in. I don't know if prom's still this weekend or not, but that usually was all the way at Winter High. So they have prom, and then they come back and they play Gretna on Monday, and then they play Beatrice, I believe, on Tuesday, but I don't know. Ground ball back to Van Brocklin. Easy one here. Just runs it over and flips it over to finish for the first out of the inning. I'm trying to see when that Waverly game is because I hope it's at home so I can come and really be a good Titan advocate on the radio again. They play Waverly on the 26th. Coming in to make a catch.
Yeah, it was Carson Stouffer from Crete with a line drive out to center. It is. It's wrangled in though by Connor Price. Makes a nice play. Goes down to his shoestrings. Makes a nice catch.
Ball one in the dirt. Got 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. Price, yeah, he really had it. He couldn't make a bad move on that ball. He didn't take back. He had a good read off it. Ball 2. So the 26th, which would be next Thursday, Friday, is the game against Waverly. I think that's the last game of the season. Oh, Monday they play Gretna.
Coons with a foul tip. Counts 2-1.
So I'm just having, so is the Lincoln High tournament just one day?
That's
Okay.
a ground ball to the shortstop.
Monroe is just smooth as silk out there. It's a really good play. So I'm going to go through the schedule again, and with my helpful assistant, I think it's Joel's sister, right? Yeah, Joel Benish's sister. So play tomorrow against Plattsmouth, and they play Thursday against Bennington. Then they play Waverly on Friday. Lincoln High tournament then on Saturday. I think the parents are out for that, but I don't have them. I'll blame that on Hardin because he didn't send it to us. Okay, and then on Monday, they come and play Gretna, and then to round out the season, they play Beatrice on Thursday. I know Beatrice is at home, and Plattsmouth at home. And Waverly's at home on the 26th,
So a lot of baseball left
yeah.
in a short amount of time, that's spring baseball for you, huh?
Yeah, and these guys are going to get more games than I thought they were at the start of the year. I mean, we had a bunch of rain, and this place does not hold rain, as you know. And they got a bunch of games rescheduled, so it helped pick them up. Okay, so they're at 15 right now, and if they get most of their games in, they're going to get a 20. And I tell you, if you get to 25 to 30 games in your whole year, you're doing pretty good. So if they make it to the state tournament, get a run, they'll have amount of games they should have. Eight one, bottom of the 4th. Norris leads. Crete. The man of the night so far is Joe Osborne. He's done a great job. 3 at bats, 2 home runs and a double, 4 RBIs. And we get our warm-up pitches, so down to second base. I'll bring to the plate Joel Benish. Benish gets some words from first base coach Scotty Cahote as he jogs down there. Joel's a junior at Norris. Ground ball, third baseman. Third baseman fills it clean this time. Fires over first for the out. Ball struck well, but it was right at the third baseman. And the grass does look a little bit thick. Kind of ate it up a little bit. That was a well hit ball.
Yeah, Mensick with a nice arm over there at third.
Yes. Brings a plate Cade Baker. Baker got any hits tonight? Yeah, we're not keeping track of that. We'll do that tomorrow. Baker with 1 hit, as our faithful assistant says here. Oh, foul ball. Right side. Makes it 1-1. I talked to Bartholomew about giving me Game Changer. I'm too cheap to buy the thing. If you could just give me access, I could run the score for Pete's sakes. But hey, maybe they think I'll get in there and change some stats. I don't know. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Baker. Ball 3, try curveball on the dirt there. Speaking of Bartholomew, I don't know if I'm going to show my age, but I actually did coach him in Legion Ball when he was in juniors. Baker, top 5 right field. reels it in for the second out of the inning. And it was one of the most infamous teams that we had in Beatrice in the juniors. The team was 32-0 going to state tournament. Bartholomew throws a one-hitter in the first game, and we end up losing 2-0 on an overthrow to first base. Then he went on to pitch in high school. They just got school ball there. Pop up. I think this is going to bow. Third baseman goes over to the fence.
We're out of play here.
And then he pitched school ball for the Orangemen. Then he went down and pitched at Fort Hays State. Glad to get him back up in Nebraska and coaching. Good young coach. Fourth year at the helm.
Yeah, intermediate physical education teacher. Just so happens to be my son's favorite teacher.
Well, I know. I said, you got the greatest situation in the world here. Couldn't you just like play baseball all the time or wiffle ball? And, you know, just kick out the baseball all the time?
No, he's got him doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Strike two to Argo. Ball's right in the outside corner. I give Wade a lot of credit for that. He has not wavered off that outside corner pitch. He has held that all night. Foul ball, heads up. Ugly finder over there. Who did hit? I don't want to go pick anybody out. I don't want to pick on people, but it was a line shot into the Norris dugout. Argo needs to battle tough here. Has 1 ball, 2 strikes on him. Pitch is on side corner. Argo kind of rolls over it and hit it to the shortstop. Exactly what the pitcher wanted to do. He was in a tough spot there with 1 ball and 2 strikes, though.
Yeah, 6-3 for the third out of the 5th inning. We had zeros on the frame there. Nice inning for Fegan out there on the hill for Crete. Kind of settles down and gets himself 2 ground balls.
Bartholomew is assisted by, he's the head coach, assisted by Scott Cohout, a long-time Titan. Scotty was actually a all-state basketball player. His son, Cade, just graduated last year, and he's down playing in Fort Scott. Dave Allers as well, and then Teddy Hare, dad of Trey Hare. Trey's currently signed with the Salt Dogs. Ted's a long Titan as well. He's a long member of the NBA. What Norris baseball is about, so that's who coach's assistants are. Looks like they still have Van Brocklin, rolled him back out there for the 5th.
Yeah, we got a lot of baseball experience out of that coaching staff here at Norris. You know, I think Bartholomew surrounded himself by some really quality coaches, and you know, it shows out on the field, it shows out of their play. Do a nice job, and that's a credit to that staff, and of course Sean and his leadership.
Start of the 5th here. Nose back of the mound. We want to definitely thank Drew Carlson. People say, "Well, why is this the first YouTube video you got going here live?" And we weren't set up for the. I think they only had 1 home game here. I think, and this is the 2nd home game. So I'll try to bring the rest of them to you with maybe an announcer or not. I do have to coach my kids' games, but hey, this is pretty fun. Maybe I'll just send him with the other coaches.
All right, we got Micah Hartwig up to bat for Crete.
Hartwig takes ball 1, low in the dirt.
Yeah, I don't think we even had internet out here till a few weeks ago. And
yeah.
One of those deals where it all came together today, and we certainly appreciate the listen.
Strike 1 to Hartwig. Brings the count 1-1. Lace that outside corner again. I will give props out to Drew and Brian Williams, Drew Carlson, Brian Williams. All these games will be broadcast until the regular season that are home, but unfortunately they can't broadcast the district games because it's NSA violation. Okay, ball 2. If you want to call and complain to NSA, surely do so, because they have rights of all postseason coverage. So all the home games will be covered out here. Line shot back up the middle. Van Brocklin gloves it for the first out.
I like to call that chuck and duck.
Yeah.
But Van Brocklin didn't duck. He just put his glove up.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was very smooth play. 1 out.
All right, we got the top of the order now. Feakin up for Crete.
Feakin swings at a curveball, pulls off it. I don't know if he could have hit that with an oar, but hey, that was a curveball outside, and there was no way he was going to reach that. Van Brocklin getting up in the count all night long. Ball one in the dirt. Drew does it all, man. Look at that guy. He's down there taking pictures now. And he sets up his thing. Pop up. Infield. Looks like Argo's going to call it. Brings it in for the second out of the inning. Another good thing about doing this announcing stuff is I tell you what, if we were down the field, it might be a little chilly. And you know how much I like cold weather.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I only hunt out of a blind or something that's structurally built. I don't really even go sit outside. That was a little close in the outside corner, but he got a ball on this pitch.
Yeah, this is Hostetler, Nate Hostetler.
Hostetler up. I think he started the game pitching, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. Starting pitcher record.
Ground ball in the hole, third base, between third base and shortstop. We call that the 6-hole. Definitely a good little single for Hostetler. He's on first base with 2 outs.
We look at hit for hit here. We've got Crete with 6 hits and Norris with 8. You know, we really don't have a whole lot of difference offensively other than the couple long balls that Osborne hit and just some timely hitting by Norris. But certainly, you know, Crete's doing a good job at the plate, putting balls in play. Here we have Nate Mensick. Mensick hit a home run last at bat. So, again, we got some power here by big number 23, the third baseman. Is that a ball?
That was a ball, yeah, up and in.
Thanks,
Tried to
guys.
spin a curveball, didn't work. Ball 2, a little down. Ball 3.
Must have been down.
Ball 3. I was just giving so much credit. They stayed really good with the outside corner. I thought he missed that one. Brings the count to full with that strike. Like I said, is 3-1. Now it's full. Okay. So Noah strung in a nice little curveball there. Makes count full. 2 outs. The guy should be in motion here off the pitch. Ben is playing back. And he was. In motion means he's, we got full count, 2 outs. So your runner's going to be going if nobody's behind him, so he's on first base. So once again, Van Brockman comes set. Finish playing off. Runner will take off on the pitch. Ball 4. Two outs. Norris leads by 7 runs here in the 5th. Brings to the plate.
This is A.J. Page.
Page had a single last time.
Catching duties for Crete here.
Ball outside.
Kind of lost a little bit of that corner, didn't we, this inning, it seems
yeah,
like.
It's like it's moving a little bit in. Same pitch, strike. Moves the count 1-1. Page, swing and a miss on a curveball, and I don't know that he's seen many curveballs like that one because he just did not look very good on that swing. Did he come back with it again?
I think Van Brocklin found something there. I think we see it again. I think he does a good job. Maybe puts it out of the zone a little bit more. It's a 1-2 count here.
Fastball.
He's going to get him on that high inside fastball instead. Great pitch. Great job of, freezing a good hitting A.J. Page, and that finishes up the fifth for Crete. We got no runs on 2 Crete hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base.
So Van Brocklin's at 84 pitches. Faced 21 batters, which is big now because, if you get 110, then you can't pitch again for 4 days. I love the way Noah set him up. He threw a little spinner on the outside corner and Dirt Page swung at it. So then, the hitters, of course, think, I think he might be throwing me outside again. And then he just jams him up and ties him up and inside. And actually, Page was leaning and he just threw an inside high fastball.
Yeah, he would have fooled me. That was a great sequence right there.
I mean, it wouldn't take much for me to fool me, but yeah, he did have him hung out to dry. So those pitch counts definitely play a big part of things because they have to take so many days off. Now, this rule came in 3 years ago at the NSA. You can only pitch so many pitches, and then you have to sit so much out. I know they're at the 110 right now. The max they can pitch is 110. So if they'll probably just roll the dice with Van Brocklin. So Van Brocklin, he can get to 110 and then he's done for 4 days.
He's got a 4-day rest period. Yeah. Then he can pitch again.
Right. Page moved to first base. Yeah, we met him last inning. We're kind of just partial to the Titans. So yeah, Page moved to first for the catcher, and
yeah, we got Hood up to the plate now. Took a ball first pitch.
Oh, well, there's that outside corner again. Okay, it's just osmosis. It comes in, it comes out, it's just there, and it's not. So all of a sudden, there we have it. The outside corner is back, which can be frustrating for your hitters because all hitters really want is consistency so they can gauge it up. And we have 2-1 count.
Yeah, 2-1, I believe.
CJ's steps in the box, and the pitch. Up high, not even close.
Now in the home plate umpire's defense, Cully, we are sitting about 60 feet above and to the right of him here. So
I think 60 feet is a bit much.
We may not have the best angle. Certainly we can get a good look at it. But
Hood with the walk, brings the plate Hesterman. I was really, one of my coaching career when I coached for 27 years was noted to be very, very nice and polite to the umpires. So I figured I might as well carry it on here.
How many sportsmanship wars did you win, Jason?
None. Strike on the outside corner. All right. To Colson. See if Coach Bartholomew tries to put him in motion to advance the runner. CJ was picked off last time on his first base. So hopefully you learned something here. So to get himself advanced to the next base. Hessman was swinging. Same pitch in the outside corner. Looked like he's trying to do the right thing with that and take it to right field.
Yeah, had a good hack, kept his nose down, just swung through a little bit. Hesterman and Hood have been on base, it seems like, all game. Let's see if they can continue. Oh, we almost got picked again there. He's going to try to advance a second. He's going to be up.
So that's good running by CJ. The ball kicked maybe 6-8 feet away from first baseman. And CJ just advanced right away. So he had to see that right away in order to do it. No outs here in the fifth. Hesterman up.
Ooh.
Fastball, 55 feet. But catcher tried to block it. Good attempt. Now this is where Hesterman really wants to make contact. Got 2 strikes on him. He's got to shorten it up and put it in play, increasing the chances of getting an RBI here.
I'll tell you what, give credit to Kuntz. He just absolutely bailed on that ball.
Right. Not so much like the first pitch was all around the dish.
Yeah, Fegan's running into a little bit of trouble here.
Control issues for sure. A pop fly here, shortstop. Camps underneath it, makes the play. Hesterman will not be able to get the sac by there. CJ's still over at third base. It wasn't deep enough.
Yeah, that's a kind of a tough spot there, He's got a 2-strike count situation. He's got to swing at that pitch, and just maybe drops his shoulder a little bit, drops a barrel. But good part is we got one out here for the Titans, and we'll have another chance at scoring this run.
Gage Hansmeyer to plate. Senior. Another pitch on the outside corner for a strike. That looked like a changeup. It wasn't spinning, and Hansmeyer was out way early on it. Oh, 2. Hansmeyer. Curveball inside corner. Takes it for ball 1. That's a pretty close pitch.
Yeah, kind of had some late break, went shoulder to belt on it. Yeah, that's a great job of hitting.
1-2 single to left field. I'm not too for sure why Crete was playing in there. I mean, they're down by 7. But Hansmeyer did a great job making contact with that 2 strikes and punching it through the hole to score Hesterman.
Yeah, 2 out or 2 strike hitting. Hansmeyer puts the ball on the ground, scores a run. Excellent job. Just how we want, just how we drew it up, right?
Yes. Monroe to the plate. Strike inside corner. I'm telling you, this kid's new to the program this year, transferred in from Lincoln, I think, but he's a good-looking player. He's got some good hands. He's had a nice night at the plate tonight. A double last time up. 1-1. Norris is up 9-1 in the 5th.
Yeah, it's not very often where you can just get a shortstop, a junior shortstop, slot him right in the lineup off of a transfer. So I'm sure.
Ball in the dirt. Runners advancing. Hansmeyer gets a second base.
Coach Bartholomew probably appreciates that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would turn it down.
Having to replace a pretty darn good ball player over there at shortstop from last year's season, too.
Yeah, Evan Bennett also came in. He's pitcher only, I think, and he just threw a gem against Millard South in that Lincoln East tournament. Pop fly, third base by Monroe for the second out of the inning. And Bennett, I think, is one of their top 2 pitchers for the Titans. I mean, if you can go shut out Millard South, that's a pretty good showing. Time on the field. Coach Freeze comes out.
Interesting to see what they're going to do here with Osborne. Possibility to go ahead and intentionally walk him. And I wonder if that's not what he's talking about here.
That's a good point. Maybe they would. I mean, he's 3 for 3 on the day, 2 home runs and a double.
Yeah, 2 outs.
If it was me coaching, I'd watch him because I do not want any more damage. I would watch him for sure. I don't want any more damage. And
at least you put together a game plan here, what you want to do. Probably a smart mound visit on Coach Freed's part.
Yeah, if he goes long ball again, then all the Titans got to do is shut him down next half. So it's probably a good time to visit the mound in that one.
So Fegan must have told him he wants to challenge him. So let's see what happens here. Got Joe Osborne up. Swings through a strike.
Hansmeyer on second base with a huge lead. Don't think they're necessarily worried about him too much. Osborne's at the plate. 0-1. And they throw down his second base with that big lead, and I thought they overthrew the second baseman, but that guy's got more ups than me.
Yeah, kind of an awkward step back and then threw from his opposite shoulder. Almost got away from that second baseman.
Hansmeyer's getting such a big lead because nobody's holding on, and the second baseman, I know, is just a freshman, is not holding him on close enough, so Hansmeyer can pretty much do whatever he wants to out there until he understands how to get closer to the bag and then go back. 1-1 to Joel Osborne. Curveball in the dirt for ball 2. Now, if it's me, I just shut it down and I don't give him another pitch. I just throw everything off the plate or in the dirt and see what happens after that.
You don't want him to hit with a 2-1-3-1 count, huh?
No. I think that'd be a bad deal. Outside, Hansmeyer stealing.
Under the tag.
Good slide by Hansmeier. He went and wrapped that outside corner. The throw was on the mark. It was just a touch late. If he comes in straight, I think they might have a better chance. So he went to the outside of the bag. So it took longer for the tag to get applied. All right, 3-1, Osborne. Outside corner, makes the count full. Gotta give the guy credit on that. At least he's, going after him. I just like the odds. And the pitch. And
That's going to be
Osborne
down.
in right field. I hope they kind of send him a third. We were talking about this going to get into cycle, but they holding up at second. Osborne with 5 RBIs, 2 home runs, and 2 doubles on the night. He has half of the Titans' RBIs. He's having a great night. At second base. And that brings Connor Price up, number 13 for the Titans. It's pretty important just in baseball to get these runs. If they can get the second run, this last run out at second base, it just saves pitching and everything. So when you get into the postseason, you really want to try to get this one across the plate. Because then if you come shut them down the next half, it's done, game over, and you don't got to worry about any more pitching.
So Jason's alluding to the 10-run rule, correct, in high school ball, and that has to be after the 5th, correct?
Yes.
So this would actually, if this were to
Ball in the
happen,
dirt,
game would be over if Joe scores.
Joe's advance to third base. Yes, if we score another run right here, game's over, saves pitching. Don't have to worry about Hastron.
Yeah.
Don't have to get your bullpen up. You can ice him down and call it a day. Pop up.
Boy, that's going to be in play here. It's going to be scary, though.
Oh, that was
boy,
a great
what
effort.
a great effort.
That was a great effort. Right up against the Norris. I try to give the view here is they have the dugout coming out, jets out, and then they have a fence. And right up against the fence, number 23 was. And he leaned over, kind of making a major league catch, and just missed him.
Great effort. Scary, scary. Boy, I just cringe whenever I see kids running towards fences like that.
And we're back at.
We got 2-1 count here.
2-1 count. Connor Price. Is he going to get down?
Right at him, and a nice
right
catch.
At him. And the field umpire says it wasn't a trap, it was a catch. So it's a final out of the inning. That ball was laced by Connor Price, though, out to left field. And ends the inning. 9-run lead for the Titans. Going into the 6th. Hey, back at the Buck. Back at the Buck. Coach Harden just stopped in. I was just, I'm glad he came in. Maybe he can go down and get a cheeseburger. I think that's how I'm getting paid for this tonight. Yeah, we was trying to, Coach Harden said the same thing. Hey, maybe we try to get that run home. But that was a heck of a catch by the left fielder out there. Ben Brocklin's back on the bump. He's at 85 pitches. He's at 85 pitches. And like I said, he can go to 110 and still save. Hey, he still have a lot of gas in the tank. Just comes out, throws a little cutting fastball on the inside corner.
Yeah, we got Carson Stauffer for Crete leading off the 6th here. Carson moved to behind the dish here in the inning after the Fegan pitching change.
Ball one outside. Makes it 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. defensive swing there, try to make contact, and he did, foul it off. And that's the good thing about this call. After this, you can just go home and pack it up and go get warm in the car, right? And
Yeah, I don't have to drag the infield.
you don't have to sit around for a JV game,
Yeah.
things of that nature. Great curveball pitch on the outside corner for swing and a miss.
Yeah, he's been spotting that pitch out there all night, and boy, there's just not a whole lot of batters can do with that. It certainly is a strike. It's getting black, and he's found that spot several times tonight.
1 out. Kevin Coffey's the batter.
Hit well to left.
Ball. Bounces up. Oh, I thought it bounced off the tri-point sign out there, but out over tri-point sign and for a home run. Sorry about getting that. Kevin Coffey with a home run in the 6th to make the score 10-2. And going back to that, it's so important to try to get that run in so you can get the run roll, because now you got to get somebody up in the bullpen, and nobody did anything wrong. It's just you want to get that as much as you can. And yet, Van Brocklin's going to use his pitches, then you got to get somebody up in the bullpen. It just, in a perfect world, that's what would happen.
Yeah, so Coffey touches them all and brings up Gage Shrunk.
Shrunk takes ball 1. Ground ball. Tough hop by Hesterman. Definitely fieldable, but tough hop. I mean, get some in between hops there.
Yeah, I'm scoring that as a hit, Jason.
You're scoring that as a hit?
Yeah.
All right.
Hard hit ball, takes kind of that secondary hop off a rock or something out there.
Hickman hop. It is a Hickman hop. We talked about that earlier. It's just that third base corner, no matter what these guys do to this field, it just seems like it's just treacherous hops over there. Third base especially, but it is all over the field. Hessman with, Van Brocklin with the pitch to...
Yeah, this is Owen Kuntz.
For strike 1 here. Ground ball. Hesterman again.
We got 2 here.
Good throw to second. Over to first. Safe.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Argo makes a quick turn there. Does a nice job. But
Hesterman could have transferred a little smoother. That was,
and Kuntz down the line pretty quick for a big boy.
Yes. So the transfer was pretty good. It's kind of a funky hop again that left Hesterman hung out to dry there. But hey, get that lead runner, right? Keep the force in play all the time.
And here we got number 4, Micah Hartwig, to the plate.
Van Brocklin set. In the pitch. Van Brocklin 9-hole to Argo. He's going to take the easy flip over to second baseman. Over to Monroe. Shortstop for the easy out.
Yeah, that inning we had 1 run on 2 hits. No Titan errors. 1 man left on base. We go 5.5, and Titans are up 10-2 on Crete.
Hey, welcome back to the Buck. Just had a long-time Norris teacher pull up in here, Doug Malone, long-time FFA teacher, and said he'd come up to the announcer's booth and say hi. Back at it. Coach is pitching, new pitcher, and bringing the plate number 11, Joel Benish.
Yeah, I'm actually going to correct you on that pitch call there. We got Evan Richards, a senior for Crete, is on the hill for the Cardinals in relief here.
He's not the best color guy in the business for nothing. Okay, thanks, Galt. Appreciate that. So Evan Richards and then Joel Benish to the plate for the Titans in the sixth. So now, as it advances, Norris will need 2 runs this inning if they want to get out of this with a 10-run rule. If not, it'll advance to the 7th frame.
You got to think with 6 outs left that the Titans are in the driver's seat. But obviously, the game of baseball does some funny things. So you'd like to put 2 on the board right now and
Ball
pack
one
your
on.
bags.
And looks like the Titans are just going to keep going with Hesterman. I think he's at 90-some pitches, and he can roll to 110. '96. So it's at 96, so he could come out and throw 14 pitches next inning, the 7th, if they don't have success in getting 2 runs this inning. That new rule was in effect 3 years ago, and this is the 4th year of it. Joel with a good cut. 1-2. That was the kind of cut you want on 1-1.
Now that rule you're referring to, is that pitch smart ruling?
Yeah.
So it's basically a standardized pitch count. Number of pitches determine the days of rest that you have, and obviously it's from scientists and doctors that are way smarter than we are. So we don't want to argue it.
Ball 2. And it advances on through the year. You can only pitch so much to like the first half of the season. Then the second half of the season, they increase it to 110. Makes it 2-2 for Joel. Ball 3.
Yeah, you'd like to think that most coaches are smart and make good decisions. That's a strikeout.
Strikeout on the outside corner for Joel. And
yeah, Richards with a nice little breaking ball that must have got the outside half of the plate.
Brings to the plate Cade Baker. Takes first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Yeah, I mean, I could have got crossed with this tripod here on that outside pitch. I didn't really catch a very good view of it. Ball 2, inside. Umpiring is a very hard job. I do know that. Two balls, 1 strike. Another pitch there, outside corner. That one was a nice pitch there. Two. I mean, my brother is an umpire. You know that, right?
I know.
Yeah. I mean, he's the black sheep of the family, for Pete's sakes. My dad and I coach, and he's an umpire. 2-2. Baker. He went out and got that pitch and just hit a nice little ground ball to second baseman who didn't get in front of it there and kind of like kicked by him a little bit. So he's on with the air, right? You'd agree that was an error?
Yeah, Micah just kind of had a tweener there and couldn't get that glove down in time. Kind of jumped on him, but that obviously is an error. Ball should have been fielded and thrown to first.
Gavin Dowding and on the pitch run brings to the plate Cade Argo.
Got one out for Cade here. Had a pretty good day. It'd be interesting to see what Coach Bartholomew does here with Dowding over at first. We've seen Dowding steal a couple times today. Good speed over there.
Good cut. First pitch strike by Argo. Really good swing there. Staying with himself, I would not think he was trying to go yard there. He's just trying to make a nice solid swing. Dowding with a 4-step leadoff first. Pop up. going to be a tough play,
Oh, that
and it
ball's going to be down.
drops in the Bermuda Triangle. There's 3 people surrounded that. It's just they could not come up with who wanted it. So
Looks like a line drive in the books, though,
it
Cully.
is going to be a hit. Nobody touched the ball, so it's going to be a hit
Yeah,
for.
I think if you asked Argo, he probably wants that swing back. That pitch was a little high, but chased a high pitch and ended up just hit it where nobody was. And like you said, the Bermuda Triangle scored a base hit in the books. Who we got next here?
C.J. Hood, I believe. C.J. Hood up, number 1. Let's see if Coach Bartholomew tries to advance these guys or is just going to play them out, let it hit. That's a tough play in center, just to, especially
Boy.
in high school ball, even major leagues, you'll see it. And just, thank God nobody ran into each other because that's happened a lot. Just something they'll figure out, I think, down the road.
Yeah, usually it's either a lack of communication or over communication. You got 2 guys or 3 guys calling the ball at the same time or nobody calling it. It's one of those scenarios. Makes it tough. And,
Ball 3 to CJ.
In that case, there's really not a whole lot you can do.
Think he's getting a take sign here?
I would hope so.
Yeah. He should. Yeah,
Nothing against CJ, but obviously he swings away. Good hack.
I know Bartholomew's down there shaking his head. I think he was wondering if he, didn't get the take sign or something. But it's just, if it's ball 4, then you advance the runners over. Hey, love the aggressiveness though by CJ. Line drive, center field. Center fielder back on it, pulls it in for the second out.
Good wood on that ball. Just hit right at that center fielder.
Colson Hesselman to the plate, number 4 for the Titans. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Titans lead 10-2. Hesselman with a cut of fastball first pitch. Fouled off to the right side. Single right field. This could do a job if the grass doesn't eat it up. Hesterman around first.
Boy, go ahead. And that's a good hold up there. Hesterman with a nice hit to right side. It's going to score a run.
Cade Argo on rounding third. Held up by Coach Bartholomew. He was looking, though. I like that aggressiveness. He was a quarter of the way down home to see about advancing. But the relay came in pretty clean, so he held up via Coach Bartholomew's stop sign. Now we have Gage Hansmeyer, number 17. Hansmeyer playing left field.
First pitch was a strike from Richards.
Pop fly to the shortstop with the catch. It's a nice little play by Feakin.
Yeah, so we go to the top of the 7th here. Got one last chance for Crete here. Titans are up 11-2.
All right, back at the buck here. Baker throws down. Van Brockman rolling back out there. You have some bullpen action just because if Noah gets in some trouble, they'll have to bring him on. He's at 96 pitches right now. He can only go to 110, so he has 14 pitches in this inning to try to get through this inning. If not, they will be forced their hand to have somebody else come up.
Yeah, it looks like trying to get a number out there. We got maybe Noah Bauman. Is he getting loose? Is that
Noah
number
Bauman.
19?
When he was younger, he used to call him the Hickman Hammer. Swings from the left side. Oh, this is going to be a really heavy. Hey, one pitch, one out, right?
We'll take it.
Argo with a little glove tap and pulls it in.
High on a pitch count, that's what you want. You want those guys swinging at that first pitch. Obviously, I think probably Coach Fried prefers to see some pitches here. Up down 9 runs.
And hit to right field. 2 pitches, 2 outs. I don't know if nobody else knows he's high on pitch count, but hey, we'll take that. Now he's at 98 pitches. Started the inning at 96.
So this is a guaranteed take right here, right? Just to avoid the 3 pitch out.
I think so. I mean, it'd be like take.
Kind of an unwritten rule at this point, but we'll go with it.
Ball 1 into the dirt. Norris leads 11-2 in 7th over the Crete Cardinals.
And that
Struck
ball was
baseball.
turned on.
Keith Hansmeyer back, and it's out of here. Coach Harden's going to have to be going to the supply store to get some more balls for this game if we don't get out of it here.
That's Mensick's second, so he and Joe Osborne are challenging each other to the home run derby today, I guess.
And those are the only 2, right? Only 2 guys that hit it. Nobody else has hit one.
Yeah.
Hey, no harm, no foul. We're still up by 8 here, 11-3, and just going to keep running Noah out there. Brings up Page, who started a game at catching. Now he's over at first base. Strike 1, right down the middle. Strike 2. There's that corner we want. Hey, put another one right there. Page is down 0-2 to Noah Van Brockman in the 7th. Foul ball, third base. Coach Fries picks it up clean and gets it back to Van Brockman. Good play. I always hate to boot the ball when you're in the third base coach's box. It's ugly. Van Brockman with the pitch.
Oh, that's a great pitch. Wow.
He had him fooled. Evidently, everybody in the ballpark fooled. And moved the count to 1-2. Line drive to Argo, just barely missed it. It was a good effort. He had the timing down, everything right. It was just too high for his reach. Page on with the single.
Brings up a pinch hitter for us here for the Crete Cardinals. We got number 3, Chasen Hasbrook. Looks like Coach Bartholomew is going out to the mound. We'll probably see a change here.
Van Brockman on the night. 104 pitches. Did a really, really good job. 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He had a good night. Now if we can see if the Hickman Hammer, Noah Bauman can come on and get us an out.
Yeah, really impressed by Van Brocklin's outing today. For the first time seeing him, for the most part, around the plate.
Right.
Nice off-speed pitch. He had kids out on their front foot a little bit, so that's always good to see. Obviously, I think if the offense takes care of business here 2 innings ago, some of those stats are a little skewed, but I don't think Coach Bartholomew is upset by any stretch. That's a good job by a starting pitcher.
Bauman's a junior. And like I said, I haven't been to too many games, but I follow a bunch on Game Changer. I don't know if he's been pitching a little bit here or not, but he's going to try to get this last out. And speaking of pitching, Coach Bartholomew's done a great job. They lost an incredible staff last year in Zach Largo, Colin Poppenhagen, and then Tyler Rule. Those are three studs. One's D1, one's going to be D1. And then Poppenhagen could have went and played JUCO if you wanted to. But so you lose all that and you don't have any pitching coming back. So he's doing a good job of getting a bunch of young pitching coming in. And it'll only benefit them next year.
Alrighty, so Hasbrook, who's the pinch hitter for Crete, steps in, and we're going to see Noah Bauman deal here, hopefully to get this final out of the game. Bauman, the lefty, crafty lefty, nice sized kid. Sets and delivers.
Straight back. Strike one.
Always nice when you go to the left side in relief.
Absolutely. Infield comes set. Ground ball straight back to Bauman. Right by Monroe comes on.
Oh.
Throws it short to Bendis, which gets by. It's kind of a tough play there. It just was.
Yeah.
It was a slow roller back to Noah, and it just kind of took a tricky hop over his glove, and then Monroe, and being the great shortstop he is, comes in and tries to make the play on those slow rollers, and he had to get rid of it in a hurry, and underthrew Joel over at first. We got guys at first and third, 2 outs for the Cardinals. Hey, Noah's did a good job coming in. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. See if he can keep it up here.
Kevin Coffey at the plate.
Strike 1 to Coffey. Bauman to the stretch. Strike 2 swinging to Coffey. Strikes, 2 outs, 7th inning. Bauman to Coffey. Strike 3 swinging. That's the old ball game for the Titans. They end up winning 11-3 over Crete. That moves the Cardinals to 6-6, and Norris moves on to 10-7. Good ball games at the Shake Hand. Reminder that the Titans will be back here tomorrow against Plattsmouth. Same time, same channel. And we hope to see you then.
Yeah, it's been a great time. Thanks again to Brian Williams and Andrew Carlson for putting this all together. And it's been a pleasure, Cully, and being your color man, and looking forward to tomorrow.
All right. Have a good evening.